Hello everyone, Commander Bravebelly here. Today on the channel, I'll be reviewing the 24-hour Mongolian Prison Services individual rations. This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the entire day. Apparently it's for the prison services, so the correction officers in Mongolia. Hope you guys brought your appetite, because you know I did. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. All right, guys, so here we have it, the Mongolian Prison Services 24-hour MRE. And I had to bring out my stash that I have of both the Mongolian Border Guard and also the Mongolian Army, which I have reviewed already on the channel. So if you guys are interested in seeing if these are any good, go ahead and see in the list of MREs I have on my channel. You'll find them. I like them so much that I bought them again. And these aren't cheap, literally like 80 bucks or so. And obviously the shipping costs and also a risk of customs opening it up and taking it, taking items out. So far that hasn't happened from Mongolia, so I feel fortunate about that. Just wanted to show you guys what I'm dealing with, how much I like the Mongolian MRE. First off, I gotta say, definitely character. I mean, look how awesome it looks. We have the dark green hue digi camo pattern. We have some kind of, this is Cyrillic writing. And I can't read anything, full disclosure, I'm American, so I have no idea what this says, but that's okay. I do have a Google Translator photography app, where you take the photo, it translates everything, but I don't care. I like figuring it out. So check it out, they have the famous Mongolian falcon. So yeah, something about, I don't know, it's just a seal, I guess. All right, and that's what it looks like, not much more. Some info there, check that out. For my Mongolians, you could read it and see what I have here. Expires 2025 and this was made in 2024, so we're good. So this is considered fresh for kind of rations. Anyway, here we go, the unboxing. Boom. All right, so this is everything. So let's see what we have. Accessory packet looks like spoon, fork, and that's all. And luckily for me, I have my knife, today's knife from Brazil, from the FASB. This is for their police services, okay? So like special police and stuff. So I figure it might go well with the prisoner, the correction officer. This is a knife that you would wear either here or here, so it's quick on the chest. Boom, the dagger, baby. Check that out, beautiful knife. We might not even need it. I like to have a knife out just for, added depth to the channel. Anyway, let's go. So first thing I noticed, it's broken, so no spoon, so that sucks. Cheap quality, it is what it is. So, and especially if it's cold, Mongolia is a cold country, this would be breaking. Look, the tip is already broken, different color hue, so this is cheap. It is what it is. And then we have 2 napkins, all right? Very like European style with the design, all right? And at least it was in plastic, so it's not gonna get wet, all right? Gonna set that aside. Next thing we have, it looks like a pate and a beautiful picture of pate on bread, which I doubt this has any bread. So we're gonna be probably eating it on crackers. If it comes with crackers, we'll see about that. All right, so boom, pate, looking forward to that. Then we have some kind of beverage, super weird looking. And I am hungry and thirsty. Spent all day by the pool, so you know how those appetites go. I feel ravenous. So yeah, check that out. Looks like some kind of dessert drink, maybe like some kind of dairy dessert drink. Mongolians consume lots of dairy, so that's cool. All right, then we have this sea buckhorn juice. This is not popular in America, but I'm looking forward to it. It has tartness to it, so can't wait to drink that. Nice and cold, okay? I'm not drinking that warm. And you could see it's like a syrup, okay? So it's like condensed syrup that you mix with liquid, so that's cool. Then we have the famous Mongolian, this is some kind of like milk tea, I believe. I don't know, but we're gonna drink it. I've had it before and it was delicious. I don't know if it's the same one. We shall find out. All right, then I have one of the mains. It looks like beef with potatoes, if I'm gonna guess from looking at the picture. Little denting, that's fine in a MRE, as long as it's sealed and it smells like it's sealed. I don't smell anything, so that's a good sign. All right, then we have some kind of wafers. Oh, check that out. Looks like a little Bambi wafers. All right. So this might be a product that's commercially available on shelves. I'm not sure. If you're Mongolian, let me know if this is available in stores. I would assume so, because why would they give this to prison guards with little pictures of Bambi, you know? But you never know. And then we have another main. It looks like some kind of rice and vegetables, maybe like a fried rice type of deal, if I'm gonna guess. You see? And then we have their stove. So we're not gonna use this. I have my gas stoves, which gonna make everything a lot faster. But basically, you have the striker already on the fuel tab. So you run that on this and it's lit, and then you put it on this aluminum metal, I believe it's aluminum fuel. On the stove. And I guess this is convenient. I always keep these in like a bug out bag for, you never know when shit hits the fan, you might need that. Anyway, moving on. We have wild blueberry juice. Ooh, wild. All right, and it's also condensed like a liquid. I guess, would you say condensed or from concentrate maybe? Maybe it's just concentrate, but whatever, you know what I mean. All right, moving on, we have another Bambi. So it looks like this is their pastries or Bambi, like this is kind of the brand or whatever. And so this one just looks like kind of biscuits, but they could be different, who knows, we'll find out. Then we have two more, so we have three of these. So these are very popular, these kind of like milk teas. I remember trying them and them being delicious. Hopefully they're the same. Actually, it doesn't matter if they're the same. I'll still enjoy it. All right. And then finally we have, it looks like buckwheat with beef, if I was going to guess. You see the picture up close, right? It looks like kind of like almost like a fried rice, but it's fried buckwheat kind of deal. So nice. I'm actually in the mood for this type of food. Starving. All right. So then we have three candies. Okay. Also in Cyrillic, and it's got like this matte, nice, high quality looking design, colorful. So yeah, we'll see what that is. And then finally we have three baby chocolates, and it says Golden Goby on it, and they're three different ones. That's cool. Ooh, check that out. It's a little character. I love seeing stuff like this where you see the character of the country. Check that out. So this is probably caricatures of like famous people. Let me know in the comments if you guys know. So yeah, who knows who's who, but they all look Mongolian. That's probably like some princess, you know. There goes another one, and that's the third. All right, so we're gonna be checking these out, and that's it, guys. So we're gonna use this as garbage, set it aside. I hope you guys brought your appetite. I'm starving. Guys, I realize there's no crackers here to have with this pate other than what appears to be the sweet one. So I don't know if it was missing for some reason. Who knows? First, let's start off with the drinks. We're gonna see about this hot, since there's three of them, we're gonna see about this hot Mongolian beverage. I have hot water on deck, so let's go. We're just gonna eyeball everything. And one more time, I don't know if that's supposed to be Genghis Khan. Perhaps it is. Okay, and if that's Genghis Khan, maybe this is Genghis Khan also? I don't know. Correct me in the comments. I'm curious to know. I don't know much about Mongolian culture, a little bit, probably more than the average person or average American. I had a Mongolian friend, but I knew her for a short while, and she told me a little bit. about Mongolia. She was learning a lot about the US, so I was more of the teacher. But yeah, I always like learning about different cultures, and Mongolia is definitely one of them, especially their military. It's intriguing, like their history, that they're, basically sandwiched between China in the south and Russia in the north. Okay, so two superpowers, and they're stuck in between. It's a cold country, a lot of cold temperature from Siberia, the winds bringing it down. Guys, this is their milk tea beverage, I believe. Oh yeah, you get a smell of tea, but the taste is like a tea with like a slightly salty milk. Guys, this is delicious. Really, really good. Really hearty tea. Better than tea, because I'm not a tea drinker. So good. It's like a pinch of salt, and it brings all that milky flavor out. It's like, it doesn't have you know how cheese has salt in it and it's a dairy product? Well, this is the same thing, but it doesn't taste cheesy. But I'm just trying to explain the saltiness with milk, and it's definitely a good experience. I love it. Now, I don't know much about this, this is not a popular drink in the States, but at the same time, I wouldn't change anything about it. It tastes smooth and delicious. So anybody would enjoy this. You don't have to be Mongolian. It's actually pretty nice. All right, let's see the other beverages. Gonna bang out the beverages real quick. Why not? So here, I got cold water for these. And then we're gonna see about this funkiness. Let's see what that is all about. All right, so, and I'm sure you probably need a lot more water for these concentrated beverages, but that's okay. Let's use the knife, why not? Super sharp, as you can see. This is that wild blueberry. Okay, really rich in color, really dark and purple hue. All right, gonna set that aside. And here goes the sea buckhorn, which is also not very common in America. I mean, it's around, but very rarely do you drink buckhorn, sea buckhorn. This is considered exotic, I would say, at least. All right, can just add a little more water. It definitely seems thick. All right, let's mix it around. All right, let's see about the flavor. All right, wild blueberry. Wow, it smells like a blueberry apple. I mean, a blueberry pie filling, like the blueberries in it. Like after they're baked, they release more of a scent. Wow, this tastes like boiled blueberries with a little bit of sugar. Not fake, not synthetic, real fruits. Amazing. Not crazy sweet at all. Has a slight bit of tartness. Phenomenal. Really delicious. Really ethnic tasting. Tastes nothing like a blueberry beverage you would find in America. This is definitely something maybe you could find similarities in like a European deli at most. Really, really nice. Okay, let's see about this. Mix it up a little more. Wow, such a different flavor. Sea buckhorn. Not overly sweet, very tart, a little more brighter than this one. And both of them are not sweet. So not like your typical American beverages that are chock full of sweetness, which I love, but these are good. It's a good contrast. They're very satisfying because of the tardiness. I like the wild blueberry the most. And I'm gonna set the beverages to the side. We will enjoy them with our food. And the final one is this. Now, I'm not sure if this should be drunk hot, cold, or what. I guess I'm gonna put hot water in there and see, but it's got like some kind of berries on the bottom, yet it's got a powder, like it's a protein or like a milky product. So I'm just gonna risk it. Yeah, it smells like it has milk, like powdered milk and some kind of berry. Check that out. Look how different that looks. And again, fruity, but not like a sweet fruit like is usually drunk in America. This is more just like boiled fruits, maybe just a pinch of sugar. That's it. All right, so it looks very similar to the picture, what I would assume it to look. Now I'm hoping, guys, let me know in the comments if this is supposed to be drunk warm or cold. But I'm assuming warm because being that it's such a, I don't know, I'm just guessing it's a powder. Maybe it's similar to like that milk tea kind of deal. Guys, first sip going down. Look how pretty the color is. Smells milky, salty milk again. Wow, so different. Definitely it has like that salty milk flavor with berries. So very complex as far as a beverage. You will never find something like this in America. So different. Tart, a little aftertaste of like a wild berry, but salty and milky at the same time. So that's super exotic. Very different. Okay, this would not be popular in America because our taste buds aren't used to anything similar to this. But this is, for me, I love exotic things like this. It's funky and weird and pretty good, okay? It's not like delicious like a sweet, sugary drink is, but it has its own character that's completely different. And it's nice. Life is too short to be drinking the same things over and over. So we're probably gonna have some of these with the biscuits. We'll save that for the dessert. Let's see about this food. All right, now this pate. Now guys, I'm saddened definitely that we don't have like a biscuit to eat this with. So I'm gonna see if this is indeed sweet. Maybe they want you to eat it like that. Looks like this was a little bit open, but it is what it is. Let's see about it. This is how they look. So they're broken, which is unfortunate, but that happens in this type of food. We got one that's whole, okay? And I reviewed these before, but I forget how they taste. Okay, they just look like typical sugar cookies here in America. Yep, that's exactly what they are. And they taste high quality, very savory, soft, has a little bit of crunch, just enough amount of sweetness, not over the top and synthetic, and just like grandma's sugar cookies. Delicious, wouldn't change anything about it. So yeah, we have the pate, but we don't have the typical bread that they show you a picture of. So we're just gonna eat it like a soldier would, or in this case, a prison guard. So let's see about this. I don't know what kind of pate it is, but we're about to find out. So first off, this is the color, a little dark in hue. It has fat in there. And it's just pate, probably pork liver if I'm gonna guess. Not over the top minerally, it's fine. It does taste like regular ass pate, nothing to brag about. This is not the best pate I've had. From a 1 to a 10, I give this pate like a 7. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just not as fluffy and airy as the best pates I've had. The taste is completely fine. And yeah, so this looks like kind of like industrial pate, not like this fancy brand pate, you know, just basic, simple. But it has your minerals that you need and the calories from the fat in there. Nice balance, probably doesn't go well with the sweet. Guys, let me know in the comments if you tried this before, if you're from Mongolia, how am I supposed to eat this without bread? Do they expect you to have your own bread? Do they give bread out in the prison services to the correctional officers? Or is it meant to be eaten like this? Which to me, that's weird because this is sweet and this is liver. So, but maybe it's supposed to be funky like that. Let me know. Hard to tell. Tastes good either way, but it would be delicious with bread. All right, gonna set that aside. Let's drink some of my favorite the wild blueberry. Really refreshing and light. All right, let's see about this food now. Gonna open it up, heat it all up. And, ooh, there we go. Looks beautiful. You could see the minced or cubed carrots and potatoes and some kind of meat. And it is stewy and moist. Check that out. So I'm gonna spill it all out into the frying pan. You see all that liquid, which helps us from having the food burn when it's done on the pan. Or if it was heated up using that little stove, that fat helps it, okay? As well as adding the much needed calories. You see all the fat coating? Just tastes hearty, okay? Looks like beef, and of course, heavy on the fat. Beef, fat, potatoes, and carrots in some kind of stew. Very, very straightforward. As you can see, guys, no salt and pepper, so they expect you to have it the way they give it. Right back in the game. We have fire. Nice and easy. All right, first one on the barbecue. Set that off to the side a little bit. And gonna open up the other two. All right, so here we have what looks like fried rice, perhaps. One more time real quick. And yep, it looks like a white rice, maybe a little bit fried with some meat and some peppers. Check that out, a little on the dry side, but hopefully this has more of a liquid. Or maybe I'll mix it with that. So let me open this and see. Because this is very moist, so it'll probably be really nice with that. And this is the third one. And this one looks dry as well. Take a look at that. So I don't know if we should have all three of these separately or all together, but I think I'm gonna be true to the food and keep everything separately. Luckily for me, we have enough pots and pans to do everything separate. So take a look at that. That is definitely the buckwheat. And there's definitely beef in there and fat. So you have your calories. This is very similar to the Russian MREs that have buckwheat and also beef. We're gonna see if it's good as the Russian. I had it yesterday and it was bomb. Hopefully this one is just as good. Take a look at that. Buckwheat with fat and beef. And then here is the white rice. All right, so take a look at the underside in case you're curious. Also, we have meat and some kind of seasoning. This one looks more yellowish, so I'm curious to see what type of seasoning that is. But I gotta say, not too much meat, a lot of grains. Yeah, the only thing that we have that's pure meat is the pate. So it is what it is. Now I'm wondering if I should throw one of these into there. I probably will end up doing that. Let's set this aside. And right now, heat this up. And the next, and we're gonna try the potatoes. So while these two are heating up, we're gonna just try some of this and see where we're at. Look how appetizing that looks, for me at least. And it's nice and steamy. We have a lot of this sauce. And it's getting gelatinous because they did keep a lot of the fat. I'm gonna show you one of the fatty pieces. They're not all like that. You see the fattiness in that? The carrots and the potatoes. And some are more, you know, like less fatty. Take a look at that one. All right, let's give this one a try, guys. First bite going in. A little bit of everything in there. Take a look at that. Cheers. Really good flavor. Just like a stew. Hearty, good potato, good bite on the potato. Not as soft as the Russian ones. A little more chew to it, which is nice. So a nice texture. Really delicious. Okay, just tastes like a rendered beef with potatoes and carrots. Not much to say, guys. Just savory, delicious. It's fine. From a 1 to a 10, I give that like a solid 7.5. You know, it's not the best, because there's nothing like special about it. You know, very basic. Covers its bases. It's hearty and filling. All right. Let's see about this. I think I'm gonna mix some of that with this and that, because I feel like this is on the dry side. Look how dry this is. It's literally just eating rice. You know what I mean? Or just buckwheat. So it's not as moist as I'd like it. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna help it from burning too. So I'm gonna put half of that in here and then half in here. And I'll show you guys everything up close all over again, don't you worry. I just feel like it'll help it cook better with the fat in there, especially on the bottom. You see? It feels more complete. All right? So what else can we try while that heats up? Okay, let's just start doing some of these. Why not? I don't want you guys just waiting around. Let's see about these Bambi wafers. All right. So we definitely have a lot of crushed wafer, but it comes with the territory. That's fine. It is what it is. So I'm gonna pull out the center piece. There it goes. Regular old waffle, I guess. Wafer, waffle. All right, first bite going down. Delicious. Wouldn't change anything about it. Very sweet. Not over the top with, it looks like they have like granulated brown sugar or something. You see that spread that they used in there? It's very light. It's not heavy like chocolate, like you're eating just pure chocolate. You barely taste it. Just something sweet, almost like a sweet cream. I bet you goes phenomenal with this. Cheers. Oh yeah, a little salt in there. With the pure sweetness in here. Really good, guys. A very, very nice treat. Wouldn't change anything about that. For a wafer, it's definitely different because it's not just like chocolate or hazelnut. It's got some kind of like, I don't know, let's try to figure out what's in there. It just looks like some kind of brown, there it goes. That's the spread. You see that? I don't know what that is, but it just tastes like a sweet cream. Really nice, wouldn't change anything about it. All right, let's see where we're at with this. Oh yeah, we're sizzling up. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. We got all the noises, guys. So this is about ready for me. I'm gonna turn that off. All right, I don't wanna burn my table. And same deal with this one, it's ready. How much more can we wait? All right, take a look at this one with the rice. So one's got buckwheat, one is rice. Let me mix that up. Ooh. This one seems hotter for some reason. All right, gonna go in. Let me wet my whistle real quick. one more time. Mix up this concentrate of this weird juice. It has like a citrusy brightness to it, but it's not like orange juice at all. Yeah, it's just this weird ocean berry or whatever. All right, so let's do it. This is the buckwheat with the potatoes, carrots, the beef, some of that stewiness. Ooh, nice and steaming. Very close to Russian food, I would say. It's crazy how Mongolia is between China and Russia, but so far my experience is more Russian as far as the food than Chinese. Guys, let me know in the comments down below if there's foods from Mongolia that are very much like Chinese influence, because so far I get more of a Soviet kind of a Russian vibe. Really, really nice. Very hearty, very filling, very flavorful, doesn't need anything. I mean, you could put hot sauce in there to make it a little, you know, give it some more depth, but I'm sure that's not popular in Mongolia. Just hot sauces are generally not really popular in that part of the world, I'm guessing. So they would consider that blasphemy if I was gonna guess. But nonetheless, this is hearty and delicious. Something that you would eat on a cold day before you went out to work or before you went out to hunt. Or in this case, if you're watching prisoners. Really good, wouldn't change anything about it. Let me give you guys some close-ups of the meat. Quite substantial, all right? So you do have chunks in there. I wonder, imagine somebody types in the comments that this is actually horse meat, which I wouldn't be surprised because I have had horse meat before and it tastes fine. But yeah, I'm gonna do another one of these and move on to the next. Real delicious, wouldn't change anything about it. Could keep going. Really flavorful and good. Doesn't taste fake, doesn't taste synthetic. Tastes like this was made in the kitchen. Good stuff. Ooh, that's hot. Gonna chase it down with the wild blueberry. Again, very bright and fruity, not overly sweet at all. Just a pinch of sweetness. So it's very different. Tastes foreign in a good way. Okay, the non-synthetic way. All right. So this is the rice version. So all in all, they're both very similar. One is rice, one is buckwheat, just seasoned with fat. Okay, so you get more calories and more flavor. And yeah, first bite going down of this white rice. Wow, this one's different. The seasoning is definitely different on this one. That yellow color is the seasoning that gives this one its flavor. I can't pinpoint it, what it is, okay? This is more universally known, just like salt and pepper and rendered fat, kind of like stewy flavor. This one has just a slight pinch of something deeper. I'm not sure what it is. If it's like cumin or something like that, you know what I mean? But not over the top. This is not like curry or something like really strong. No, just a slight pinch of a different spice that I'm not sure what it is. And it's And it tastes hearty also. Doesn't taste like your typical rice that you would eat with like Chinese food or something. No, it definitely tastes like it's non-Asian almost. You know what I mean? It just like, it tastes like a stew with rice. Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, I think I like the buckwheat more than the rice. And I'm surprised to even hear myself say that, but something about it is more satiating. I think it tastes, because white rice is more of like a filler, whereas buckwheat is like, has more minerals and stuff, so it's like more substantial. It tastes a little more hearty. I like the aftertaste of the buckwheat, so that's my favorite. I'll give this like a 8, and I'll give this like a 6.5, just because it's white rice, you know, mixed with these veggies, so nothing to write home about. Very simple. And I'm not sure what that spice is, but it gives it a little bit of funk. All right, we're gonna see about this weird berry salty milk flavor right here again. And then we're gonna try some of these chocolates and the candies. Oh yeah, guys, when you go to drink this and you get a waft of like the farm, this smells like a farm. You know, it has like that kind of like goat milk or something. This one, not so much. This one, yes. This smells like you're literally on a farm, which is funky. Which I like. I'm different like that, you know, with a little pinch of like some kind of berries. That's definitely exotic, okay? Gonna move on to the chocolates. Let's see what we got going on here. Guys, if you stayed around for this long, thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. I have a lot more MREs. As I showed you guys, I have all the Mongolian 24-hour MREs. Not only that, I got literally MREs from all over the world. Super exotic ones. I can't wait to do them. So guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, let's see about these chocolates. All right, so this one, Golden Gobi, Kaza. That's his name, Kaza. Check out the back. It's got like a sparrow. Is that a sparrow or a swallow? I always forget what they're called. Anyway, let's see about this chocolate. And yes, my favorite, milk chocolate, okay? And a lot of countries use dark chocolate, and people in the comments always tell me how the dark chocolate is so much better because the antioxidants, whatever. Mongolians using milk chocolate. Milk chocolate is the best, nice and creamy and smooth. And it says Mongolian First Chocolate on it. Wow, really nice and smooth. Let's see if there's anything different in this one. With the Mongolian tea. No, just a nice smooth milk chocolate. Really creamy and delicious. A nice treat. And then finally this one, probably the same. Yep. Mongolian First Chocolate. Just smooth and delicious, delicious treat. I'll take those 3 small pieces over an entire dark chocolate bar any day. Unless I'm on a diet, I'm watching what I eat, then of course I'm gonna have 100% cocoa, dark chocolate. But this is military rations, in this case, prison rations. Any of these rations, I feel like the health aspect is overblown up because there's nothing healthy about eating foods that are all packaged and, yeah, meant not to spoil and be shelf stable. All right, let's check out this candy. Now, I wonder if they're all the same. Like I mentioned earlier, the wrapper looks pretty nice. They're not stuck. There's no paper, so that's nice. But the candy itself, not the prettiest. All right, let me wash this down. the chocolate and see what this tastes like. Butterscotch. This straight up butterscotch tastes like Werther's Original, but doesn't look as pretty as Werther's Original. You could see this probably comes out the machine like a long rope and they just slice it. Regular old butterscotch candy, not bad, not delicious, from a 1 to a 10. It's not even worth a rank because it's just butterscotch candy. Wouldn't change anything about it. Maybe it doesn't look as pretty as Werther's Original. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out to the end. Please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, signing off. Just a real quick update and edit as I keep on sucking this candy. Definitely tastes different than just butterscotch, so I was wrong. It's more complex and something I didn't pick up at first because it's subtle. But this also tastes like farm. Like it has a slight kind of like that goat milk, kind of like a salty milk aftertaste and sweet as well. So it's hard to pinpoint, definitely very foreign. So if any Mongolian is watching this, guys, please describe the candy, what flavor it's supposed to be, in the comments. I'm definitely curious to try it. Very nice though, very different, not fruity and typical. That's what it's looking like. It has like a aftertaste of milkiness. Very nice. Signing off.